It's Nightcap at the Grateful Fed with Casey Easton. Every Thursday night at the Grateful Fed. Awe-inspiring guests and some we just make fun of.
So now that I ran all the way down the hallway, I can't say anything. How you doing, Richard?
I'm good.
You figuring it out?
Yeah, I kicked the phone.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nightcap with Casey Easton. That's right. Cheers, everyone. So, Zoe, my producer, Zoe, could you come on down and hand me my monologue that you prepared for me, please?
Oh, a monologue?
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Okay.
No. I was busy because you said we needed a good.
Busy doing what, Zoe?
Well, I wrote you a song, a theme song.
A theme song?
Yeah, does that count?
Not particularly.
Oh.
Just sit down and play the song, Zoe.
Can
please.
I show you
Yes,
anyway?
yes,
Is that okay?
yes,
Is that
yes.
okay, guys? Can I show you? Oh, no, wait. Thank you. Now, this is an original.
You wrote it, right?
I did. I wrote it all by myself.
So this is what you're doing instead of writing my monologue.
Yeah.
Jesus. Damn it, Zoe.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Just
Okay.
let us have it.
It's short and sweet. Here we go. It's Nightcap. Nightcap with Casey Easton. That's it.
That's all that you'll
Yeah. It only took me like 45 minutes, but I think it's really good.
All right, all is forgiven. Get
Is
out of
it
here.
okay?
Get out of here, Zoe. Get out of here. Isn't she something? So cheers, everybody. Before we, this is basically a show about, really, self-indulgence and shameless self-promotion. Speaking of shameless self-promotion, I'd like to bring up my first guest, Mr. Pete McLeod. Come on, Pete. Come on up, Pete. Oh, you're all right, Mr. Gord Vizzutti. Gord Vizzutti. Come on, Gord. Show us what you got, Gordy.
Casey?
Hello, Gord.
How are you?
Lovely to see you.
Good. I can bring this, right?
Yes, please.
All right.
He's gonna put on a great show and impress your duty.
Thanks, Zoe. That was wonderful. Hi, Gord.
Hard to rhyme Vizzutti. Rudy, Tootie. Yeah.
Fresh and fruity.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Very well. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
I haven't seen you since.
Thank you for doing this. I think it's great community access and it's the real fine art of interviewing one-on-one.
Oh, yeah.
With the beer in front of you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And unlike your show, we can swear on my show.
Yes, we go. Good. Okay.
But we have Mayor Sharon Shepherd here tonight, so we're going to try to keep it clean.
Okay.
She doesn't like swearing.
Did she say that?
I don't know.
you?
She probably does.
I
Actually,
think
she's pretty cool. She's drinking a Heineken right now, so
More
she's probably
okay
pretty
with it
hip.
than you might think.
Probably pretty hip. Okay, so let's get right down to the questions, Gord.
Sure.
Who are you and what do you do?
Who am I?
Yes.
State
your name for the record.
Your Honor, I'm Gord Vizzutti.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been involved in broadcast journalism around here for 35 some years. Right now I have a radio show, some bit of an entertainer, and I do a news.
We'll get into all that. We'll
Okay.
get into all that.
So you asked the question.
I know. But you've met my producer Zoe,
Mm-hmm.
and she's prepared some of the questions here tonight. For you.
All right. Very good.
So this should be.
So you're absolving yourself of any responsibility.
Yeah. Well, the first one here I've got is your name, Vizzutti.
Yes.
I mean, it's obviously Japanese.
Very close. Very close. Yeah. Definitely from far away.
Yes. So it is Japanese then.
It's Italian.
Oh, it's Italian.
Yeah,
Zoe,
close.
Yeah.
we need to talk.
I'm sorry. I forgot my app.
This is fake news. I need you to do your market research for
Okay,
me.
I'll do my fake research.
Yeah. Italian.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So on AM 1150 when you were there, you interviewed me 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times,
yeah?
yes, in your capacity as everyone knows that Casey is a wonderful actor.
Well, that's very kind.
Absolutely wonderful.
Why, thank you.
And How long have you been in acting?
Well, Gord, I guess it all started well, I renovated the Kelowna Actors Studio.
Really?
Yeah, back in the day,
I see.
about 8 years ago, something like that.
So it's literally behind the scenes.
It is. And I had this tendency to sing at work all the time.
Uh-huh.
So Randy Leslie was walking out, and he yelled down at me one day, and he's like, "Hey, you, pretty boy, casting couch is upstairs." And the rest is history.
That's interesting because Pretty Boy and Casey Easton are usually
What the hell?
mutually
How do you
exclusive
do
terms.
that? Amazing. That wasn't very nice. So, so I swore a couple times on your show.
You did, yeah.
And you're like, you're never coming onto my show again.
Well, they were gentle, kind of.
Yeah, I was like ass and poo
type of
poo and
thing.
stuff like
yeah,
that.
I think we let them slip. I think there was one or two that we beat.
You had to, yeah. No, and I get that. Yet, and then you'd say, okay, well, let's support the arts.
Mhm.
Let's bring in the cast for the next show. And then I'd walk in and you're like, oh, for Pete's sakes, right?
It was a challenge.
And we did it again.
Interviewing Casey Easton.
I know.
Yeah.
It's amazing stuff, though. Oh, so can I get you to swear? What's your favorite swear word? What's one that he says around the house? Come on, Patricia. What does he say around the house?
Can't say it.
Ooh, yes, he can.
My dad used to swear so much it was like listening to like a cheer rally or something.
Yeah. My parents, well, not so much my mom, but
Yeah.
my dad.
Why?
was,
He's Italian.
Yeah.
You know
You know it. It was all in Italian. And it's very lyrical and rhythmical, and
Yeah.
it doesn't actually sound like swearing. So
It's
you know,
like the
I
Italian
come by it
version of rap
honestly.
music, kind of. It's got a rhythm. It's got
it's
punch.
Italian rap.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
it
got
is.
punch.
Yeah. No, I think I'm okay with blurting out.
All right, it's your funeral because I have a plan. If you're not going to swear, I have a plan for post-production.
Oh God. Well, I'm kind of doomed if I do, or doomed if I don't.
On to the next question.
All right.
So you've heard the expression, "Man, that guy's got a face for radio." Because I've seen pictures of some DJs coming from West Bank, for example, and it's like so-and-so and so-and-so country thing, and I look and I'm like, holy are they ever ugly? Like, they do not look like how I would think. And I didn't name any names or anything. And this is me saying it. This isn't you saying it.
What are you saying?
What's the
actually?
segue, Easton? My point is, you do have a face for television, you handsome bloke, you.
Oh, well, thank you.
In fact, the segue is going to this. You used to be the anchorman on CHBC News.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
for
was
a long time.
how was that? Was that a fun gig? Was it cool?
I don't know if it was fun.
Yeah.
It was immensely interesting,
Yep.
and challenging, and
More pressure or less pressure than radio?
probably that's a tough one. Radio is you're on all the time,
And it's only your voice.
yeah, but you're on all the time,
Yeah.
and it's a long stretch that you're on. TV, you do get to prepare, and you're on for a shorter time. It's intense as well, but a different kind of intense.
Right.
And no, I'm proud of the work we did in television
Mm-hmm.
during the tenure there at CHBC. One of your guests and I go back some 30 years to CHBC, Kent Mulgat.
The Kent Mulgat?
Worked together. For,
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, now that you mentioned Kent Mulgat, you ever had Ward cider?
I have.
It's a delicious product made
It's-
by the View Winery.
It's made by the View Winery.
Would you like to
which
share
is,
one with me? What do you
which
think?
is owned by, I think technically Kent's wife.
Well, the Mulgats, let's say. Let's not split hairs.
Here's one for the Mulgats.
There's one for the Mulgats.
Do you mind if I pour?
Please do.
Wonderful.
So you're at the oldies station.
Mm-hmm.
So according to
Seems fitting, don't you think?
yeah, well,
Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, I listen to it sometimes, but apparently, according to my producer, so you're playing grunge music? Is that
Do
what that
some
is?
product
Nirvana
placement.
and Pearl Jam?
You're really not the target demo, so I don't know why you'd be listening at all.
Yeah.
Except for the news at the top
Right.
and bottom of the hour, which,
Yeah.
is the best radio.
Well, for Zoe, she's just thinking, what's the oldest music in history? And that would be the 90s grunge. So I guess that's why she wrote that.
Hey, man, I know 80s too. So just,
You're amazing.
I know. You love
I'm
me.
giving you a raise.
Really? I'm getting paid for it? Starting today, right?
So how's that? So it's
And we go back a little farther than grunge,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
predate it slightly. Not by much.
so lots of Motown and
by
things like that?
Lots of Motown.
The good stuff.
A lot of Canadian music. We have a high percentage of Canadian content on our show, higher than any other radio station, some 30%.
Wow.
Which means a lot of Burton Cummings and Andy Kim. But
Yeah. But it's better than listening to Loverboy all the time, because my understanding.
well, thank you.
My,
Yeah,
my
we are
understanding
a
is that-
Loverboy free zone.
Yeah, that is awesome. I'm really gonna have to tune in then.
Okay.
Nothing against Loverboy, but I mean, come on. So is that because Jim Pattison owns all the rest of the radio stations and he owns all the rights to all those songs, so he plays them in heavy rotation so that he gets a fat paycheck from SoCan at the end of every month?
Well, no. No, it's not like that. He actually only owns 2 of the radio stations
Right.
In town.
Yeah.
It's Bell that is the force. They own 3.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, we are the only radio station that is completely locally owned and independent of any corporate ownership.
Nice. So is Castanet have an affiliation with the?
Absolutely,
Nice.
owned by the same owner, Nick
Yeah.
Frost.
Oh yeah. I know Chris there. You know Chris?
Chris, which Chris?
from Castanet, the bigger boss there.
Oh, Chris Kearney, absolutely,
Yeah. He's a very tolerant person.
He is.
I say that because he and I are friends.
Oh, must be the
And he's known me
most
for a few
tolerant
years,
and
so.
patient person
Right?
in broadcasting
In the land.
in the land, other than your mom and dad. obviously.
Yeah. So what's the silverbacks? I've heard these. What's going on there? What are the silverbacks?
Really
What
done
is
some
that?
research. Silverbacks are.
I looked on your Facebook page and everything.
An exceptional classic rock band headquartered right here in Kelowna.
Yep.
And I have the privilege of playing rhythm guitar and singing for the Silverbacks.
Awesome. You guys play a lot?
We not as much as we'd like.
Mm-hmm.
The classic rock genre is very competitive in this market.
Yep.
We don't do it for the money, like most musicians in Kelowna,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bastards, hey?
right?
Ah,
Hard to make a buck.
it is hard to make a buck.
You would know.
But
You're
know
a
what?
musician of some note.
Yeah, well, yeah. From the age of 16 to about 28,
Uh-huh.
and I almost paid my rent with all the accumulated funds. I mean, for 1 month, accumulated funds over those.
Over the entire tenure. Yeah. Well, you're doing better than most.
So on that note, that there's no money, and the Jim Pattison thing that I was bringing up, why not, since you're in control of this oldies radio station, why don't you play nothing but Silverbacks music, and then collect the residuals from SoCan, etc., and make yourself famous and rich?
My mind doesn't work in devious ways like that, but you've certainly planted a seed that I think is worth exploring.
I'm wily.
Wiley is definitely yeah.
All right, so on to my signature questions, and you're almost off the hook.
Okay. Are we going to toast this word cider?
Well, I was going to do it at the end because I thought it'd be cooler,
Very
but let's
good.
just do it now.
Do it now.
Ward cider, delicious to the last drop. What's the show about, Ryan?
Shameless self-promotion.
Yes, sir, it is.
Oh, that is very good.
So what brought you here?
What brought me here? You
Yeah.
did. You asked me to come down.
No, to Kelowna, I mean.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I'm from Calgary. I grew up in Calgary.
Yep.
And my family, like so many Albertan families, vacationed in Kelowna
Yep.
every summer.
Mhm.
And right after university and college, I had a chance to work for CHBC. This is back in 1977, and I grabbed it.
Wow.
I knew how wonderful a setting this is, and my entire family followed me out here.
Yep,
So,
smart. I grew up in the Yukon, so it was like, somebody was like, hey, you want a job at Pizza Hut in Vancouver? I was like, yeah, gone. Packed my bags, gone.
that's all it took.
It's gone.
Yeah.
I didn't even show up for the job interview. I was just, get me the hell
How'd
out
that
of
work out for you?
here. Terribly. Now I'm here interviewing
You're
you. It's the Plinko game of life, Gord. What's your favorite thing about our fair city, Kelowna?
Favorite thing about Kelowna is the weather.
Mhm.
Yeah, number one.
Yep.
The people are fantastic.
Yep.
I think it's growing a bit too fast for my liking,
Mhm,
but I suppose that's inevitable. Couldn't keep it a secret for all eternity.
Yep.
But I think the weather and the people, especially people who've been here for a long time, that you can really reminisce with about the changes that have happened here, are my favorite kind of people.
Right. And what's your least favorite thing about this town? What would you change if you could change something?
What would I change? I would add another bridge to across that lake. I think we missed an opportunity to add another lane to the one that's on there way back in the day. But traffic is my least favorite thing about Kelowna.
Right. What are you thinking, like to Peachland or to Traders Cove type of thing?
You mean for the second bridge?
Yep.
Yeah, right downtown. by the sails. I'm sorry, not by the sails, by the dolphins, and straight across to the old ferry wharf.
Oh, yeah.
Sharon Shepherd could have got that done.
Sharon Shepherd could have got that done. By gum.
She was well on her way.
I know. She had my vote.
Unceremoniously stopped.
Between you and I, she kind of saved my ass once because I had a illegal carriage house, and I got to know her a little bit, and she's like, just get out of City Hall. Stop coming here. Just get out of here.
Really?
So, yeah.
So an inside.
She made me know. She made me jump a few hoops and pay some fines. But it's
all
a
legal.
long story.
All
no,
legit.
it's legal. It's legit.
Was it in cash?
What did you want to be when you grew up, Gord Vizzutti? No, it wasn't in cash.
Yeah.
What did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a filmmaker.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Didn't work out.
No,
Didn't work out, but I got behind a camera, and
there's still time.
that led to news.
There's still time.
And then I
You know what? I know a guy that could promote the film about the Silverbacks band too. That would be Gord Vizzutti on the oldie station.
again missed opportunities.
I know. I'm all about retirement
What
plans
am I
for
even
friends.
doing? What am I even doing?
Do you have any hidden talents? Do you do impressions? Are there any shout outs that you want to give?
Shout out to any of the local theatrical companies that were brave enough to take you on
Yeah.
as an actor.
Yeah.
Because you're a risk.
Yes, high risk.
You're a manageable, an unmanageable talent. That some might say that.
Yes,
I
yeah.
wouldn't. But I have seen you on the stage, and you're a wonderful performer.
Oh, thank you.
And your partner's a wonderful performer.
She's way better than me.
And definitely the most patient person in the world.
Obviously.
But yeah,
All right, well, I guess that wraps us up.
can we finish this?
Mr. Gord Vizzutti, ladies and gentlemen, Gord Vizzutti.
Cheers.
So let's take a break, yeah?
Break time.
Break time.
That wasn't so bad.
That's not so bad. It's okay.
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
So I'm basically just going to swear a whole bunch, and I'm just going to add it in, like interject, like any...
Nightcap at the Grateful Fed with Casey Easton. Reserve your seats now.